Hey family, peace, 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 prosperity and progression to the family. Peace to the family, peace to the family. It's Brian James, and just wanted to say, give a little quick word on the on Kobe Bryant. You know, we're grateful to have, witnessed um, his abilities and his personality and the type of character that he was, the type of man that he was, and we only really know how much we care about someone until they're gone. That's when we really feel it. We just be around here, walking around here thinking that everybody's gonna live to the next day. And so in my life, I make sure that I celebrate each person in my life that deserves and is worthy of celebration while they are alive. You know what I'm saying? If I believe someone is great and I admire them, they're gonna feel it and they're gonna know it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna fucking know it. And I make sure of that. That's how I live my life. And I feel like we should all begin to adopt the same kind of, thinking. Like, make sure that when you're dealing with people, moment to moment, that you're giving them your best. You know, if you read a book called The Four Agreements, and I believe the author's name is Don uh, Ruiz or something like that. I butchered the name, I'm sure, but the book is called The Four Agreements. It's funny how we're always more familiar with the work that someone does than the actual person, you know, unless they're an NBA star. um, but we're always usually more familiar with the work. Most of us are more familiar with the results of someone's work and efforts, and then we go and say, "Hey, wow, like this was amazing. This person scored that many points. What was that guy's name? Oh, Kobe Bryant." So we always famous is when people know you. Notoriety is when people know your work. And so, and then what was his name? Uh, my man said that. I forget who said that, man, but that's off the Wife and Lucci, one of them singles. I think what's his name? It's slipping me. I'm gonna shout these dudes in, like, the comments. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna shout out their names in the comments. But anyways, back on the situation, man. It's like, the world is devastated. There's a large aspect of the world. There's about a billion people right now or so that are devastated by the loss of Kobe Bryant in some way, shape, or form. And there's just different levels to different people's devastation. However, what I want to make known and want to emphasize is the fact that although the world may be devastated by Kobe Bryant, when it comes to black people in specific, this was like an equivalent of a 9/11. This was a personal 9/11 attack, in terms of tragedy for black people. And let me tell you why. And the moment I say that, every white person, is always like, well, I think it's, everybody, is mad about it. Well, it's not, because white people are in a bubble, right? And then many white people don't understand that because Kobe Bryant was black and because of the condition that the collective black community is in, Kobe Bryant is a hero to us. He's not just an inspiration to play basketball and to be great at that. He's an inspiration to ball in business. He's an inspiration to ball in economics. He's an inspiration to, get an A on a motherfucking spelling bee. He's an inspiration to do your best in any field for a black person simply because he's black and we have so few black representatives of success. There's a lot of black, success being represented, but in comparison, in contrast, and breaking things down percentage wise, and when you try to understand you know how things relate to each other in terms of proportion, you know what I'm saying, we don't, as black people, we don't have many heroes that we can actually look up to and be like, man, like, I want to ball like I'm Kobe. I can say, like, I can tell somebody, like, man, like, if someone asks me, like, what level I want to take my consulting business to, you know what I'm saying, I can say Kobe Bryant level. You know what I'm saying? Legendary status. You know what I'm saying? I could say, future astronaut status. You know what I'm saying? Pluto status. I can say that. I can say those things and people would understand what I mean. By a certain level of commitment and dedication and perseverance. And, just pouring my heart out into this. I want to pour my heart into my business and into the aspects of the world that I want to contribute to. Just like Kobe poured his heart into every single game because he knew what he had. You know, it was an honor to play before the world. You know what I'm saying? It was an honor to have that opportunity. So there's no fear at all. You're just like, this is an honor. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I should respect. You know, with my deepest form of sincere reverence. So that's what it is, man. And Kobe played his heart out, man. 81 points. You know what I'm saying? When you can score 81 points like that, just back to back, you're in a state of flow. You're in a state of perfect harmony with your calling. You know, that's what you're supposed to be doing. It's just like, you know, your body's moving forward. You're not even thinking about it. That's how you score 81 points. You're not even thinking about what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So, God bless the life of Kobe Bryant. The energy is definitely living on with us. You know what I'm saying? Kobe Bryant didn't go nowhere. Just his physical flesh is no longer here. Supposedly, that's what we know. That's what they tell us. You know, we don't even know if Kobe Bryant's really dead or not. I wasn't there. I didn't really see it. You know what I'm saying? I just know what I'm told. However, you know, just with respect, with the reality of the situation, most likely Kobe Bryant is, you know, he's passed away. And so we have to respect that. But everyone has a message to give and a message to leave on this earth before they actually get out of here. You know what I'm saying? If you don't give your message, you know, it's on you. You know what I'm saying? My message is this. You know what I'm saying? I'm here to be a high value man. I'm here to build a strong family, and I'm here to be wealthy in my 20s, and I'm also here to help others, men become wealthy in their 20s, other men be high value men, other men build strong families. And so I teach to that, and I lead to that, and I try to make my life an example of that, and I am making my life an example of that. I have a consulting business in which I basically enter organizations, and I learn and understand their needs and challenges and the vision that they want to have, and I take that information and I get real specific with it, and I pinpoint an area of value where I can be to the business, and I put together a project according to what the business feels it needs and what its challenges are, and we address those challenges in a project proposal, and then I coordinate a team together to help me fulfill the work for the business, and that's how we get paid. We take on projects. You know, if you want to make money, the best way to make money is to render some type of service for someone who has already collected money. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to make $1 million, you know what I'm saying, find someone who has 20 million, 30 million, 40, 50 million, 100 million, 200 million, a billion. Find someone and take on projects for them. You know what I'm saying? 5% of a business's annual revenue is a fair amount of money to charge for a project. So that's a fair budget to be able to work with for a project. You know, so if a business is making $1 million a year, they should be able to, you know, invest at least $50,000 for that year and back into themselves to enhance their business. And so if you're someone who has a marketing service or creative service that you can offer, or retainer service that you can offer that business monthly, you know, you're working with a budget of $50,000 for the year. You just divide that by 12. I don't know how much that is. I think that's $4,000. It's about $4,000. Something like that, 4,200 or something. And I think that, how much is that? 4 times 6 is what? What the hell is 4 times 6? 24, right? And then 24 times 2 is 48. That's 48,000. So we're missing how many? Two grand. So it would be $2,000. So $1,000 divided by 6, something like that. So whatever, it's like 42 or 4,300, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's what it is. You know. So yeah. Me, I'm just out here. You know, I'm collaborating. I'm partnering. I'm figuring out what people are useful for, and I'm using them for what they're useful for, and I'm allowing them to use me for what I'm useful for. I want to understand people's goals and priorities, and so do you. You want to understand other people's goals and priorities so that you can be in assistance in elevating the quality of life. But you can't do that until you're willing to have a conversation with them where you're doing most of the listening and they're doing most of the talking, because they're answering your questions about what their goals are, what their biggest challenges are, what their top priority is, what they envision for themselves. You know, what types of services do they think they need, and you know, you're becoming like a broker, you know, a talent broker. And I think that, well, this is a fact that all money is exchanged for labor or a skill of some type. So money is basically a medium of exchange for a skill set. So what I mean by that, I mean if you're gonna buy a cheeseburger, you're not actually paying for a cheeseburger. You're paying for the skill set and the labor of someone else to make that and produce that cheeseburger for you. If you're buying a Ferrari, you know what I'm saying, you're not actually paying for a Ferrari. You're paying for someone's automotive engineering expertise. You're paying for, you know, people's engineering expertise. That's what you're paying for, automotive engineering expertise and their labor and that time that was invested in creating that final product. That's what you're actually paying for. And so if you understand what money is actually exchanged for, and you have no money, now that you know that money is actually exchanged for a skill or labor of some sort, now you can begin to understand, okay, if I want to make millions of dollars, what types of skills are $1 million skills? What types of labors or activities are $1 million activities? And then you can find people who are already performing those activities, lawyers, software engineers, coders, machine learning technicians, data convergence professionals, data aggregation professionals, data analysts, data architects, you know what I'm saying, just high level, you know, business managers, developers, innovation partners, entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying. You just find people and you just get into whatever they're passionate about and you take it to the next level, you know what I'm saying. And that's how you do it. And basically, if you're the one with all the talent, you know what I'm saying, you're the one who's going to end up with all the money, because that's the biggest organizations in the world. You know, their top priority is finding the best talent, because the best talent is what makes them top dollar. It's what allows them to stay competitive, is having the best talent, you know, to represent them. And so we're not going to make this too long, but I just wanted to, like, you know, kind of get some more, I just wanted to get some, just wanted to vent a little bit. You know, sometimes this is necessary. This video is probably more for me than it was for you guys, but hopefully you guys benefited from this video. If you guys did, you know, like, comment, and hit that motherfucking bell. You know what I'm saying? Show me some motherfucking love. You know what I'm saying? And I appreciate every last one of you. It's very important to me to build a family and a community. Even if this is just like a digital community, it's very important for me to begin to gather a community that is supportive of each other's goals and interests. You know what I'm saying? Purpose, mission, and vision oriented. Because we're not going to make it unless we work together. You know, wealth is not created by oneself. You know what I'm saying? Wealth is created with a team. Everyone that's making money has a team that's helping them make that money. So with that being said, you know what I'm saying? You know, let's get it. Let's figure out who shares the same goals that we have, and let's figure out a structure for how we can collaborate effectively and work together in a mutually beneficial way, not taking advantage of each other, but making sure that we are fairly compensated. And everyone defines compensation differently, so you have to understand, hey, what can I pay you, or what are you looking for, what are your rates? And, you know, if I do this for you, would you be willing to pay this? We have to begin to have these conversations, and we have to be serious about it, because if we're not serious about these conversations, we're not serious about elevation and progress and real power. You know what I'm saying? Which is, real power is when you have as much influence as possible over your own destiny. You feel me? That's why private jets are so attractive and yachts are so attractive. You're controlling your own destiny. You're owning land, you know, air and water. You feel me? The elements. You feel me? So that's what it is. And, you know, peace to the family. We out.